Tuesday, right here on Cape Town TV. Ekse is the name of the show. Welcome everybody. It's 4 p.m. We're taking all the way up until 5 p.m. Amazing show we have ahead of us. I'm J, but known as Uput Flicker.
Yes, man, and I go by the name of Rizal, the Sheriff Forbes. We have an amazing dish of entertainment coming up for you, and we also have our very own Kim K underscore CPT. Tell us.
Our brand new presenter.
Kim Blanche, thank you guys and welcome. Ek waardeer dit. Ek is baie gelukkig om hier te wees. Thank you so much.
Though.
You know,
I feel like I'm on Noord for Noord or something.
So today we have a jam-packed show that I am super excited. Ek is baie opgewonde om hier te wees. We will start and kick off the show with Adrian Lazarus, who is the founder and managing director of Bokeh International Film Festival. And then we have two beautiful and powerful women, Yanda and Noxolo from CPT Women's Network.
Wow, that's absolutely amazing. And speaking about CPT though, we also have guys coming from Enactus CPUT entrepreneur students, and they're all the way from Belleville to tell us more about what they are doing to teach people in our community some entrepreneurial skills, man. How awesome is that?
That's very awesome. We need some money. We need some money. Well, last but not least, we are talking all things fashion. This coming weekend, the South African Men's Wear is taking place on the 6th of July, which is a Saturday. And to tell us more about that, we'll be joined by the director of this amazing event, Simon, alongside with Donovan, who's showcasing for the first time. He has his own brand that is called Iconic Black. He said, tell us more about what we can expect this year. Remember, Lama is also in the building. Lama Limon.
Yes! But right about now, we're going to see what's trending on Trending News. Yes, man, this is the part of the show we like to call What's Trending, where we take a look at what's happening in and around Mzansi. And Kim has the first one.
Well, CPUT, also known as Cape Peninsula University of Technology, they have become the first university in the country to roll out ARVs for students with HIV and AIDS.
That sounds amazing.
I think that's amazing and that's really beautiful. It allows students also, like, they get counseling is made available, and it's also an integral part of managing HIV and living with the condition.
Wow, I think that's awesome, because most of the time students are missing campus because they need to stand by clinics and get their ARVs and all of that. What's your take on it?
I think everyone who is part of CPT, who's a student CPT, those are the kind of services that you should be using. Sounds amazing. I hope other universities are going to join and offer this service. While on the other side, I think it's about time South Africans get to learn to mind their own business. I think one thing they should have learned from Upebso Domo and Mambincha is to just drink water and mind their own business. But guess what? Most South Africans don't have any business to mind because we're not business owners. Well, last week, Twitter went crazy. They've attacked the actress Ukhethi after speculations that Nontombi has cheated with black coffee. Rumors last week when Ukhethi shared a video of herself hugging black coffee while Umchita edlala kwiset yakhe. While to end all the rumors, umfazi kaBlack Coffee uEnhle Mbali went on Twitter and on Instagram and on Facebook to share a video yakhe edansa noKhethi bephuzana behagana esithi akho yenzakalayo man, guys, relaxan. We don't know. Remember what Queen B did to Queen Z?
King Z and all of those things. And those are the things we don't want to see happening in and around South Africa. And no, guys, Lama Moon is not sick. He's not speaking because he's just here to, give his glam and take on things. But he'll be joining us throughout the rest of the show. Lama, nod your head if you're okay. Nod your head if you got paid. Nod your head if you have a bay waiting for you at home later.
The weather in Cape Town, though, guys, is doing the things, man. As advised by Niz about because we are children.
Of course, man. Listen, hit us up on all of our socials on Facebook, Ekse and Cape Town TV, and on Twitter at Ekse_live. And on Doted, a YouTube channel up and running. So if you want to catch some of your favorite episodes on there, all you have to do is click subscribe and you can get it on there.
Stay warm and stay tuned to Cape Town TV.
We'll see you after this.
Ready for television domination as we do it all the time. Today's hashtag is hashtag Tuesday. For us on Twitter, it's Ekse_live. On Facebook, it's Ekse on Cape Town TV. The number to dial
021-448-0448. We're halfway through the year. What have we done? Let us know. We're so excited to be bringing you fashion, film festivals, as well as the Women Network. Otherwise, you can catch us on YouTube as well, like Rosa told you earlier on, Ekse on Cape Town TV. Now, let's head on to Facebook. The first post we've got is from Annelisi Remajali, who says, well done, guys, for a very good show. I'm enjoying Ekse, #Tuesday. And Saneli, so Enzo Kuhlemuti, well done, guys. You're good for Cape Town and Cape Town TV. You are powerful, #Tuesday. Okay, wow.
There's something wrong with that one. Did you sabotage you?
Yeah.
Is it on now?
Back on now? Yes, we're going to head on to the yellow couches as we speak to Adrian, who's from Bokeh, South African International Lifestyle and Fashion Film Festival that continues to grow in size, in recognition, as well as the project Amazonzai. The festival promises to be the best, focusing on fashion films to lifestyle and fashion. Design, music, and technology have now been added into this festival. So, guys, here's the 5 cores the projects was a over there, Snalo, Putfiki, as well as King, our brand new presenter. Welcome here to
Yes, and guess what? She has won 2 tickets to attend this year's Fashion
And
Film
you're
Festival.
not going with me, friend.
I thought she was taking me what?
I won it this morning, so I was really excited to have you here and be like, oh, I won tickets, and you'll definitely see me there.
Oh,
Thank you very
definitely.
much.
She's the lucky lady today. She's joining the show for the first time. She's winning tickets. This is your month, Mukia.
It is.
This is definitely your month. Well, Adrian, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure having you. Let's talk about the Bokeh SA International Lifestyle and Fashion Film Festival. What is it about?
I'm impressed you got the name right. You must have been practicing all morning. The festival has been created to celebrate creativity in the arts. And we've just recently added the word lifestyle into it because it opens up a whole world of partners that we can get involved with and experiences that we can share. So fashion films, do you know what a fashion film is?
That's what we wanted to ask. What are fashion films?
All right. So fashion films are films that celebrate the DNA or the lifestyle of a brand.
Yeah.
They are 2 to 3 minutes long. There's no hard sell at the end. And they just talk about the essence of that brand.
Yeah.
And the brand can be anything. The brand can be a car. It can be fashion, which is traditionally what you would wear. But when you arrive at a club and you get out your car, it's an extension of your fashion.
Yeah.
It's what you've got on your wrist. It's your watch. It's your jewelry. It's most luxury brands. That's fashion. So these are what fashion films are.
And speaking about fashion films, out of the fashion films that were selected this year, if someone is watching and thinking, what do I need to put in my fashion film? What does it need to look like?
So it has to look fabulous for a start. And it doesn't actually have to, like I just said, have clothing. It doesn't have to have that sort of fashion in. As long as you're celebrating that brand and you're doing it in a fabulous way where it's all about visuals and it should have some narrative. The last thing we want to see are people walking on the beach looking at sand and looking at their fingers through the clouds and the leaves. These are forest wanderers. We don't want to see that.
Okay.
It's got to have a little story to it.
Yeah.
And as I say, celebrate the essence of that brand. Fashion films come in all forms.
Yeah.
You know, so you would have things made by wonderfully flush brands like Mercedes-Benz, who've got a lot of money, and then you've got young startups that are creating fashion films, and we celebrate them on every level.
That's you've done Durban, you've done Joburg, you've doing Cape Town.
Yeah.
I want to talk about how do you source the fashion films that you showcase at the festival?
Okay, so this is our 6th year.
Wow.
So when Bokeh started out, we wanted to create this platform that was going to be celebrated around the world.
Yeah.
So when we started out, we put it out on the web, and we became an international fashion film festival from the get-go. So last year we had over 800 films submitted.
Wow.
This year it's around 650 films. This year I think there are 50 countries that have entered films. So we don't source the films anymore, they get submitted to us, which
That's
is amazing.
how big you are.
I would say we're big, but it's like how popular we are, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, and we produce a really good product as a festival. The festival's entirely free, so people can come and enjoy themselves during the day. This year is different in that we have an entire week. We've partnered with the V&A Waterfront. So in Barrow Court, which is outside H&M, we are creating a structure that'll be open from the 9th, Tuesday the 9th of July, until the 14th, with free talks, masterclasses, demonstrations,
Amazing.
everything from makeup to special effects to clothing to film directors talking and celebrating their films throughout the day from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m.
And I'm sure that must be so helpful for people who are interested and looking
You're absolutely right, Kim.
So what is the vision you had when you started this festival? And are you fulfilling it?
Yeah, like more actually.
Yeah,
When we
you're surpassing it.
When we wanted to start off, we were looking at like maybe 100 friends sitting at the lobby having a good time. Now we're on probably 6 or 8 events throughout the year. The small ones we do in Durban and Johannesburg, and the small one that we do in Cape Town preceding this gala event, which is the big week-long festival. These are small for us. They're about 350 guests. The Bokeh Festival this year in the waterfront, I think they're expecting about 50,000 people a day through Centre Court. Everyone's welcome. Come and have a cup of coffee and come and enjoy yourself with us. But the gala event, which is the big event, that's on the Saturday night, the 13th. We're expecting about 800 guests.
Wow. In the 6 years that you've been working in fashion films, you've been working with fashion films creators, have you seen growth in that side of film?
Absolutely. You know, we have a category called the Emerging Creative Talent category, which as Bokeh's standalone category here, we partnered this year with the Gauteng Film Commission, and we have a prize of 50,000 Rand that goes to the best local film, which we've helped create with 10 teams. Actually, this year's 11 teams, 5 in Gauteng, 6 in Cape Town. We try and put back as much as we can with the youth, so we go into talks and we partner with like the likes of AFTA, City Varsity, CPUT, and try and get their fashion, film, design crews all involved with Bokeh and let them see what they can do with us. And so, this is a big push for us.
This is a big
and
one.
We've seen some good things.
What makes this one different from the other ones that you've hosted in the past 6 years?
It's bigger, it's longer, there's much more happening. It's an entire week, this particular festival. Just our partners are hell of a creative. The guys like Mercedes and Savannah and Sky, they just get involved. And they create experiences for our guests, which is wonderful.
That is amazing. I'm so happy to have had you here.
Thank you, Kim.
It was really, really helpful. One last question. Between Paris, Milan, New York, where are we on the fashion scale?
You're talking to the wrong guy. There is a guy called Simon Denier. Ask him.
Okay.
Just look at me, really. No. What I know about fashion, I can tell you about fashion films. We have films that are created in South Africa that stand their ground. And in the last 5 years, we've had winners from South Africa that have competed amongst the best. So, from a fashion film point of view, we've got some talented creatives. From a fashion point of view, I think the guys are certainly on trend to some degree. I think we may be a season behind, but that's as far as I know from the fashion side. But I've got to tell you that if you come to Bokeh, there are going to be people 1 million more times fashionable. It is a black tie event, just so that you know.
That sounds great. In terms of, I want to find, in terms of the lineup, can you name drop some few films that we can expect to see in this year's?
The films are, these are not films that you would know. I can tell you that for Best Picture, there is a film by a brand called Miu Miu, Miu Miu, starring Elle Fanning. It's a really beautiful film. There's another film called The Housewives of Pluto. Remember, each of these films are 2 to 3 minutes long. You probably wouldn't know them by name, but you would know them by campaign. So when you go out there and see them, and the likes of Louis Vuitton or Prada or Gucci, these are the guys that have made these big fashion films that you would have seen. Dior with Nicole Kidman. These are the kind of fashion films that you would know, but the smaller ones are possibly the ones that are a bit more experimental. That'll stick in your mind afterwards.
Quickly, before we let you go, when is it happening? Where is it happening?
Waterfront, so the V&A Waterfront. It's all free in Barrow Court from the 9th till the 14th. On the 14th, we have the Cape Town Pops Symphony Orchestra doing a free concert. There's a huge makeup competition on Saturday the 13th. And on the night time, on Saturday the 13th, is our gala event. Red carpet 6 to 8, 8 till 11 party.
Wow, you're going to have lots of fun.
I know.
That's
you need
all I
for
can
that.
say.
See you there.
Well, Adrian, thank you so much. It was an honor having you in the show.
Thank you
and
very
hopefully we're
much.
going to see you at the
Hope
event.
we'll see you too.
Well, guys, there you have it. July is full of festivities right here in Cape Town. But right now, here's a music breather. This is Trezor featuring Msaki. I love this one. Let's check it out. We'll be right back with you.
with Umsaki there. That's what we're saying to you. Sondela Kuti channel 263 on your DSTV every day of your life. We give you the sauce. But right now, Nancy sauce on Nagayan. Wangenuyanda with another number. Kumnadi Kwalanda. Oh my God. Oh man, but it's not about. It's my job to do that. Welcome to Ekse Live, everybody. See Shelly Noyanda, who's going to be talking to us about the Cape Town Women's Network on social media. Was it e-status?
Yes. Yeah, I was going through the most. It was one Friday afternoon, and it was month end, and so much was going bad in my life.
Yeah.
To an extent whereby, you know, sometimes people just get tired of hearing your stories, hearing you complain. You know, it's the same thing. Especially as as women, you know. So while I was going, you know how I am on my Facebook page, I always write what's on my mind and what I was thinking. And on that day, I literally just wrote everything from the morning of that Friday until the afternoon, and my feelings. I literally went all in. And I asked my ladies, where can we get a sacred space whereby we're able to engage and have these uncomfortable conversations, where it's okay for me to cry, and it's okay for me to hug you, and it's okay to not to be okay. So that's when it started. And thank you. And the response was absolutely amazing. As I was going through that moment in time in my life, a lot of women were going through the same thing. And then I was like, you know what? Let's club up. Let's put some money together. I'll go out of my way and get us a nice venue. And let's just, Cape Town women, let's stand up together and just create a nice space for us to engage, empower, celebrate, and motivate each other.
I know about by what you initially started by yourself. However, I want to find out, how has this helped you?
How has it helped me? You know what? Sometimes you are the bridge to other people's purposes. You know, our events have literally made me become a more stronger, a more courageous woman, and it has made me tap into my emotions and not to be afraid to share how I feel about myself. We have gotten to a space whereby we can't share our emotions, our deep thoughts, because we are being afraid of being judged. But this network has actually showed me that it's okay not to be okay. And there are a lot of people out there who are going through the most with you, and there are people that are actually praying for you. You know, the response I get from these women is so amazing. I find people texting me, just praying for me, out of the blue. Yes. I get people out after we've done an event, it's been a success, and get a text message that, Yanda, you were like a calling in my life. I belonged there. You know, so it's more of a fair exchange. I'm getting empowered, I'm getting lifted, I'm empowering, I'm encouraging, and I'm giving hope to other females also.
And I'm glad that you're giving back. It's a young black woman, giving back to other young black women out there, recognizing and celebrating them. This weekend the event is taking place. What can we expect?
We are Pete's women.
What to expect? The theme is Woman, I Am You. Which is, it's self-explanatory. Woman, I am you. So it speaks to each and every woman around our country. If you are in Cape Town, come through. Our event theme is suited up. So you don't necessarily have to wear a suit. Suit it up with your personality. We've got 3 amazing, powerful speakers who will be sharing their life stories with us. They are there to motivate, encourage, and also provide mentorship for our ladies. And when I say mentorship, it's because women currently within the entrepreneurial sector, we don't have mentors. This is the gap that we need to close down. And this is the gap that from this event, the event that is coming now, is we tapping into mentorship. If you look at our amazing speakers, they've done so well in their career paths. Some are also entrepreneurs. So by you coming this Saturday, it allows you to engage with them and also find a way where you can work with each other. And remember, our events, you're not just there to look good, look pretty, and look who's there, who's who, of, you know. You are there to also sponge off. You are there to create a network also for yourself. You never know who might be sitting next to you or opposite you. That might be your next business partner. That might be your next employee or employer, you know. So go there and bring your business cards, bring your pamphlets, network, and build meaningful relationship with other entrepreneurs and also women that are doing very well in their career spaces.
Now, I hear you mentioning networking a lot.
Yes.
How important do you think networking is for especially young black women? Because sometimes we don't take it seriously. We go to these events, we sit there, we smile at someone
pretty.
famous,
Take selfies.
we take selfies, we post it, but that we're not having the meaningful exchange with that person. And how do you do that?
Okay. I'm such a networker of note. And I think it's because when I go out to these network sessions, I know what I want and what I want out of the session. You know, these networking sessions are a gap between the employer, the employee, the service provider, the consumer. Networking allows you to also be exposed to what is outside there, in our social space. We live in a fickle world. Everything changes day in, day out. By you being exposed to different setups, different talks, you also enlighten yourself. You're also empowering. Your level of thinking, your mindset changes all the time. So you're able to adapt and understand what is expected in our social space, where is the need. If you've got the idea, you kind of find the gap. So when you go out there and have these conversations, you know who you're looking for in the room.
Yeah.
You know, you ask questions that are going to be an answer to your need, you know. So don't go to these networking sessions just to drink, have fun and take selfies for the gram. Go there because you know where the money is. Go there to create a space whereby when I need a digital or a graphic designer, I know who is who, you know. And it's so sad that as black people, I'm so sorry to put in the black card, but we are so afraid to ask, what do you do? We are so afraid to ask that question.
It comes from a sore place, though.
It comes from a sore place, but we need to get over it. How are we going to know who does what, where, and how are we then empowering and supporting our black businesses if I don't know what you do? So we need to keep on asking these questions. What do you do for a living? How can I help? How can my services be of your assistance, you know? Because then you understand as to who I need in my space. Then you understand what are the needs that I can also provide. You understand? So be comfortable in asking, what do you do?
Yeah, before we let you go, Yanda, we want to find out how do people get hold of you, because you just done and sold this
event right now.
So
I want to go.
No,
Can I go?
Yes,
Can I come?
Yes,
we just want to find out how do we get hold of you, and like where to from here as the viewer.
All right. You're more than welcome to follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. It's same, Yanda Nako. Yanda my name and last name Nako. Cell phone number 071 899 3688. You're more than welcome to also follow Noxolo Kobodo, who is also co-founder of CPT Women's Network, both on Instagram and on social network. DM us, we'll send you the link where you can RSVP and the banking details for you to purchase your tickets.
Quickly, a reminder, where is it happening in Cape Town?
The event will be taking place at the Alan Gray Auditorium. It's number 1 Silo District at the waterfront. So it's on the other end of the waterfront where the Silo is, the Silo Hotel, right next to the Silo. Yes.
Is this something
Alan
that
Gray.
you could in the future do for young boys who are going to become men? Because
and husbands to the young black women,
you know.
I'm sorry I didn't tap on that. You know, we're empowering these women, but who are we empowering them for? Because at the end of the day, we don't live in an island. We live with men around us. We've heard they cry that they want to be involved. Yes, but now our primary focus is black women, right? And then once we are done with ourselves, when we've hit it, when we've got those numbers, when we've got empowered, motivated, strong women, then we're going to take in our men. We do, however, do events which we invite our brothers, our husbands, and our boyfriends. So trust me, we have not like sidestep.
Hi,
because
Patia,
of
it's
that.
Ryan, the same
It is
thing.
the
Yes,
biggest, the
definitely.
baddest, the most hip happening. Thank you. See you on the
Thank you.
flip side of this with
Thank
Rizal,
you.
the sheriff. Folks, this is Ekse, everybody.
Welcome back to Ekse right here on Cape Town TV. We're all about edutainment. Hashtag Tuesday on social media. Remember, we have course on Twitter at Ekse_live, on Facebook at Ekse on Cape Town TV. Do what you're gonna do, man. DM, slide into our DMs if you'd like to win the show. And remember, 021 448 0448 is the number you should be dialing if you're not on any social media platforms. That's where to find nowadays. Well, let's take a look at what you guys are currently saying on Facebook. Well, I've got Uduen Mini. I have said that right. It's the congratulations, Kimi. Yeah, welcome on the show. And then I've got another one from Udenel Chaziban. He said one more time, Chok Luvuyo Nom. Luvuyo was here last week. He's not here right now. I'm sure he'll be back again to do more guest presenting. But right now, guys, the South African Men's Way is taking place this coming weekend, the 6th of July. This is the only platform in the African continent that is a platform dedicated to men's wear. I love men's wear. I love it. To tell us more about that, to dwell more on that, Riza and Kim are on the yellow couch.
Yes, man, everything fashion, menswear fashion, especially for guys who don't know how to style themselves properly, or maybe you're just looking for some ideas for that date that you're going on soon. We are joined by Simon and Donovan. Simon, who's actually the director of SM Menswear, and Donovan, who is a brand showcasing the iconic black, yeah? Awesome. Simon, for the guys who don't know what SM Menswear is about and they're not really into fashion and things like that, give us some insight, a brief description of what it is that we expect at SM Menswear.
Okay, so Menswear Week is all about menswear. So all the designers, all the shows you will be seeing is really the best of Menswear Week, whether it's streetwear, whether it's suiting.
Okay.
We've got designers from Nigeria, from Tanzania, and of course all the best of South Africa.
Of course.
Okay. And what was the vision behind this? And what was the vision behind having such an event? Like,
so menswear, we worked on London Fashion Week, and they started moving and transitioning menswear to a final day, and we were involved with taking it into a standalone platform.
Yes.
And we came back to SA and we said, menswear is so strong in Africa, it actually needs its own dedicated platform. And it's been our passion project ever since, and 10 seasons later, here we are.
Of course, man. And I love how you said that menswear is such a thing in Africa, and you're showcasing guys from Nigeria and all over the continent. And Donovan is showcasing there as well. Tell us more about Iconic Black.
So Iconic Black is a brand that we started 2 years ago. One of the directors actually for Iconic Black, he wanted something that represented the youth. So that's how Iconic Black came about.
Okay.
So for a lot of people, they're like, Iconic Black, it's all about black people, blah, 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 blah.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
you get that right. Even
Yeah.
I think you did, like, Iconic Black is all about black.
Yeah.
No, it's not actually about black people, it's all about everybody. It's all about young people,
Yes.
especially in South Africa.
Yes.
Young people who are involved in fashion, who are involved in film, who are involved in arts, who are involved in music as well.
Yeah.
So Iconic Black is not more than, it's more I
Of a
don't think-
youth
yeah,
thing.
yeah, it's more for a youth thing.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
for a youth thing. It's not more all about fashion.
Yes.
It's more about the creative side of South Africa.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
lifestyle and that.
Exactly.
I love it.
so how does your garments tell this story?
So for the collection that we are having at SM Menswear Week, the title of the collection is called For the Culture. So what we came up with, is especially our last collection that we did at SM Menswear Week, it was called Live the Ride. So what we do is we gather around 4 creative people that we are collaborating with. Then we ask them, like, what do you want to see from this collection?
Yes.
From there, that's how we name our collection. We came up with ideas, we draw down ideas, we asked a lot of people that are our customers, like,
Yes.
what do you want to see
Of
from
course.
Iconic Black? So that's how
course.
we always come up with our collection.
And I love that because you're going directly to the people. What is it that you want to see? And what is it that you want to wear and things like that? And I want to know from you, Simon, when you guys go out there and source designers for SMN's Week and things like that, what are some of the creativity points that you guys are looking for? Is there perhaps a specific theme for this week coming up and then next year? Like, how does that work?
Well, we actually leave it to the designers. So each
Okay.
season we have in excess of 100 plus new designers
Wow.
from something like 40 countries that want to
Wow.
showcase.
Wow.
Because as long as you have African roots, we're happy to consider you. And then we work through whether they are a legitimate designer.
Yes.
So we very heavily on developing and finding young and emerging talent.
Yes.
But also there's a lot of designers that have been in business for a long time, but it's their
course.
first time showcasing. So
Oh,
as long as
wow.
they meet the business side of what we're looking for, then we look at whether they have a unique design signature.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we put them onto the schedule. So it's really about people who can eventually end up delivering, and you may not be able to do it now, but we're there for that long journey.
Wow.
Businesses aren't built in one day.
I love
Yeah.
that.
And speaking about the long journey, where's the future of SA menswear going? What is the long journey for SA
Yeah,
menswear?
because I mean,
Oh,
10
it's a
seasons
very long
already.
journey.
10 seasons,
Wow.
that's the kind. Wow.
Yeah, so we feel like we're only getting started and then we're already 10 seasons in.
Wow, man.
But it's still our passion project. And the one thing that we really are doing is we're trying to find who is supporting it. Because the original goal of Menswear Week
Yes.
was to let South African and African men know that it's truly competitive here. You
Yeah.
can buy Iconic Black, you can buy any of the designers, and the quality and the designs for your taste, whether
Yes.
you're wearing suits or you're wearing streetwear or knitwear,
Yes.
it's all here and it's competitively
available,
priced. It hasn't come out of a
Of course.
factory somewhere and been shipped halfway across the world. So
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever be done, but also just educating people that it is available
Of course.
and providing a platform for these designers
Of
to grow
course.
their businesses.
Of
Yeah.
course. And I love the fact that, we as guys, you also have that opportunity to go to a fashion showcase and things like that. Because most of the time, when it comes to
Women's
fashion
stores,
show, it's
yeah.
women
Yeah.
and all of those. And when it comes to women, I feel like as a woman, there's a lot of ways to create something new, a new garment and that. But when it comes to men fashion, Donovan, are you somehow limited in terms of men does not wear this on their clothes, or when it comes to textures and materials and all the things like that? How does that go for you?
So at the moment, times are changing.
Okay.
Times
Yes.
are changing. Remember back then, men were not supposed to be wearing pink because it has like certain meaning to it. But now any man can wear pink.
Yes.
Can wear flowery things. So I think times are changing and fashion is changing as well. That's why you see at Iconic Black we have different colors, but
Yes.
we mostly focus on black and white because I feel like that's how we represent ourselves as a
Okay.
brand. But as you're coming to the fashion show, right? You're gonna see a lot of colors, different
Yes.
colors, like bright colors, and I think that's why we want men to be much comfortable in
Yes.
wearing different colors. Like this is how you're supposed to do it now, because back then. We
It was
couldn't
like
wear
street rules,
exactly.
yeah,
We couldn't
yeah.
wear those
Yeah.
colors, but now times are changing. Fashion is changing. It's now our time for men to wear pink, to wear green, to
Yeah.
wear flowery things.
Yeah.
So times are changing.
Sinalo, what do you
Wow,
think?
10
Times are
seasons
changing.
into the making, and you guys are still growing and growing the industry, and more men are joining the designing industry. And it's good to see a young black man doing great things. I want to talk about the people that showcase, the designers that showcase within the menswear. Is it only male designers, or do you include females showcasing men's clothing?
No, it's not exclusively male designers,
Yeah.
but it is menswear.
Yeah.
But also the one thing that menswear is really known for is we were early on in the gender fluidity
Yeah.
collections, in the what's gender neutral and androgynous. So male, female, if my cat puts out a good collection, he can show as
Because
well.
How do you source them? How do designers in the African soul become part of this huge platform?
So our production company, we produce Lagos Fashion Week, we produce Swahili
Wow.
Fashion Week,
Wow,
we
man.
work across the continent at a lot of the fashion weeks, and what we do is we use these as feeders to bring in people from outside South Africa. So maybe in one season we were in Lagos, and I remember seeing Tokyo James for the first time, and I was like, this guy needs to come to South Africa. And he's just showcased at London Collections Men, the first African designer ever. So things like that is we start the journey and we're going there, but anybody can apply and they will be evaluated, and if they tick the criteria of quality and the ability to deliver and be able to compete with the likes of like Iconic Black, then we'll have you.
Kim, what do you think? Should we start the brand and go in there?
Since women are allowed to, I'm definitely.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
How do you ensure that SA Fashion Week is on a global scale?
Yeah.
Okay, so our production team really is crazy experience. Whether it's Jen or Seth or any of our freelance crew, they work across the continent. They work globally. In just this month alone, they're going to be in London. They're going to be in New York. They're going to be producing Menswear Week, and those standards is something that we really aspire to. By not bending those standards, sometimes it does mean we have to have the hard discussion to not have somebody on board, but they come back stronger.
Wow.
So that's really...
I love that. I'm in the know now. Thank you guys so much for coming through and sharing that information. Kim, where are we going?
We're going to a trailer. Love lives here. The beautiful Tando Tibet.
Yes.
Loves, lives. How do you love that movie?
I love it. I love rom-coms, and the beautiful Thunder Tibet is in there as well. And it's nice, aerial shots from the beaches from Durban. So it makes me want to go to Durban. Yeah.
When are you going?
I don't know. I first need money and things like that. But hopefully these guys from Enactus CBT are going to teach me how to start a business, and then I can become a millionaire. You never know. You never know. So I'm excited for that. What do you think about it?
I think not. Welcome back, everybody, to the show, and Enactus, welcome to the show. You guys look so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
I love the whole
uniform.
team. Yeah, the whole team vibe. You guys run entrepreneurial projects. Is it only in Belleville, or how does that whole thing work? Tell us more.
Okay, so Enactus CPUT is currently based only in the Belleville area, but we do have another branch of us in our CPUT campus.
Oh, okay.
But the one that is most active is the one that's in Belleville.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. So as you did say, we do run a couple of entrepreneurial activities and projects and stuff which aim at helping the community and
and you don't give money out, you teach us how to make money.
So basically that's the concept to say, let's help you to make money and not give donations. Help the businessman or the business person to actually generate their own income and not depend on donations.
It is said that you guys are creating a better world for people. So who are these people and how are you creating this better world?
Okay, so basically we're a student-based organization.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, the people that we're helping are the students, which is us. Basically, you get time to build your skills, and especially we have our project director, he's new mechanical, and he's right now at the moment involved with the mechanical project. So he's at this stage already working with mechanics, and when he gets into the field, he can
Awesome.
get to that.
Now I want to know from the beautiful lady in the middle, the rose among the thorns.
Yeah,
I want to
look at
know from
that.
you, why is it so important, for you guys to go out there and ignite business innovation and say, you can do this, go out there and actually do it?
We want to decrease poverty in South Africa. Yeah.
And that's very important because we know most of the time young people is the main ones being unemployed. So do you only focus then on young people or?
Not only in young people, everyone, more especially to the community.
All right.
Awesome.
I want to find out, how has Enactus grown in the past 8 years? Because you've been in existence for quite a while.
Yeah.
So, growth here in Hamburg.
Maybe some mechanical things going, I don't know.
Okay, so our growth hasn't been like constant in a sense. Since it's like it's a student organization. What happens is when students graduate, if there's no succession plan, basically the organization drops.
Okay.
So we've been in the executive, sort of running the organization since last year, and we've managed to grow it from 20 members to 200 members in that short span. And then we've kept it consistent throughout, so yeah.
Let's speak about the projects that you guys run in terms of, is it workshops that you run? Do you invite people and say, look, we can have a little lecture, or what's the projects that you guys do?
Okay, so we have 3 projects currently running, right? The first one I'll tell you about is the one we told you about as well. It's the urban farming, grower seed urban farming. So that one mainly focuses on introducing the community to new methods of farming, which are better than just planting on the ground and all of that. And then our second one is Unimula, which basically focuses on pushing student entrepreneurship on campus. So it's divided into 2 parts, where with one part we focused on creating an app platform which allows students to sell their products throughout the month without using the bigger parts like Foilex and stuff. And then the second part of it is we run market days on the CPUT campuses every month end to sort of give students a chance to experience the
Yes.
entrepreneurial
Yes.
side, interact with customers and all. We do aim to grow it into other universities sooner or later. And then our other project as well, Tino will tell us about.
Okay, so the third project we're working with MTN. So basically,
okay.
the third project is aimed at helping within the health system. So you can basically, we've created an app where you can help with, you can book a doctor, find the doctor in the nearest area.
Oh, wow.
So basically, that is the concept of it.
Awesome.
What's the urban hydroponic system that, that will be presented later on in Centon that has to do with farmers?
So that the urban farming hydroponic system is the system that we developed for our project, Grow a Seed Urban Farming. So that system basically uses the concept of hydroponics to grow plants, where instead of using soil, you grow your plants in a water mixture which has nutrients and everything. So the benefits of that is, rather than pouring the water onto the plants and then the water evaporates away or runs off onto the ground, the water is circulated into the system.
Oh, wow.
Therefore, it saves water, and then the plants get the nutrients and the water which it needs.
Awesome. I think South Africa is in the right hands.
Yeah.
I wanna know from you, sis, how has being a
You are spoiled for
you're
choice.
being spoiled. Which one do you want? How has being a part of this initiative helped you even look at life and just help you in general?
I've been the most shyest person ever.
Serious?
Yeah, so I can now talk like in public because it helps you with like entrepreneurial skills.
Yes.
In the next future, we are planning to do some business.
Hey!
Ooh, do you have any career opportunities that you offer to the youth?
No, not really. But like I had mentioned initially, so basically within our organization we have portfolios. You mentioned something about the exec. So we have people that do our marketing for the student organization. We have people that do the projects. We have people that so basically when you own there, you're already learning how to.
Yes.
So we have also have finance. So basically if you're in accounting, you already start practicing the accounting within the organization, which I think gives you an advantage when you're going now into the actual field.
Awesomeness. And I love the fact that everything is student run. Students are involved with the finance and all of these things. You guys have your audience here as well. Shout out to you guys. Yes, make some noise. They are there. You don't see them, but they are there. I want to know from you, you guys have an MTN challenge or something like that. What is that about? And I'm seeing dollars here, $5,000. What's happening?
So basically, the MTN challenge has been running for quite some time. So we took part this year, and we're actually running as the quarterfinalist with a couple of universities also around South Africa. So how it works? They say go into the community, look for a problem, then with the aid of an app, solve the problem. So we have went into the community and we looked into the health specifically. And we found that there's a lot of problems with the booking and getting bookings. And sometimes you get there and you wait for an hour or two.
Exactly.
So we're trying to see how we can get into that. That's how now we have created an app that will be assisting with that. From I think we will be running it in the short future. We will notify you guys when.
Awesome.
Are you looking out to stakeholders to come and assist and maybe make donations? And if so, how do they do that? And where will it go?
They can connect. They can send us an email on cput2018@gmail.com, or they can catch us on Instagram.
Where does that money go to? Does it go to your hair, to the tires?
Some new heels. You know what I'm saying?
So basically, we are an NGO. We really don't have anywhere that we get funds. We get our own funds. So we run with fundraisings and stuff. So where would the money go? We have the projects that we have, like the hydroponic system that we mentioned we presented. So we're looking at building more of them. And so basically that's where all of the funds will go, into building new projects and looking for areas in the communities where we can find problems and solve them and create even more projects. So essentially to create more projects and to help with the projects that we have at the moment.
So potential beneficiaries, how do they get in contact with you guys? And say, please help.
Yeah. Hey guys.
Just passing the mic. So as Siamtanda did mention, they can send us an email if they do feel like they do connect to the projects that we're busy with, and then from there on we'll see how we can work with them. So it's through the email, which is inectus 2018. Enectus 2018 at gmail.com. And then Enectus at cpt.co.za.
Is there a criteria?
Not necessarily, no. If you're an entrepreneur, you're running a business and you feel like there's something lacking or you're not really sure on what you can improve in your business, we can come and you can identify the problems for you and we can help you find solutions.
Awesome stuff. You guys are doing amazing things. And I love seeing the youth going out there and saying, look, we want to change the country and it's all about us, and you guys are doing amazing work. Thank you so much for coming through to CTV headquarters and telling us about your amazing initiatives. If you guys at home want to know more about these guys, all you have to do is to go onto our social media pages and all of their details will be there on as well.
Job well done, you guys. Yes.
Yes, a job well done to them. All he wanted to say, guys, was enectuscpt2018@gmail.com. That's where you can send all your emails if you'd like to be part of this amazing initiative that they're currently doing. Other than that, big shout out to all of our security guests for coming through. SA Menswear was here. Bokeh, South African International Lifestyle and Fashion Film Festival was here. Who else was here?
Women's Network was here.
Yes.
The event is happening this weekend,
This
right?
weekend, yes.
Yeah, and it's free of charge, so go there and network.
How was the first show?
Nerve-wracking, but I'm here and I'm alive and I have support from 3 wonderful,
Man.
wonderful presenters.
Do you know what I'm
I'm so
saying?
excited to be here. Thank you so much, guys.
Any shout outs at home?
My
Because I know
mom,
my first show there was
you
it.
know, mommy.
Mommy,
we love you,
Mommy,
we
follow
love
us
you,
on
mommy.
Twitter. We are Ekse_live on Facebook. It's Ekse on Cape Town TV. You can catch this very show tomorrow morning between 7 and 8. Facebook, Ekse on Cape Town TV. Oh, what's that other thing?
All you have to do is to go onto YouTube to catch some of your favorite people's Twitter. Listen, I'm switching things up. Okay, never mind. Just catch us on YouTube.
Yes, other than that, we are back tomorrow. Same time, same place, right here, Cape Town TV. We're here the rest of the week, man.
Yeah, but yes.
That's how cool we are. 1
4 to
hour,
5.
guys.
That's it.